Did you know that on average only 10 people per year are killed by sharks worldwide, yet we remain fascinated and terrified by these creatures? Our fears often overshadow the reality that shark attacks are infrequent and typically result from mistaken identity or curiosity rather than malice. Globally, the statistics tell a similar story, with a minuscule percentage of human interactions with sharks resulting in harm. Now let's dive into a timeline of some of the most deadly shark attacks in history. Going back to the early 20th century, we start our countdown with the infamous Jersey Shore shark attacks of 1916. This series of attacks was a real shocker, with 4 tragic fatalities occurring within a mere 2-week period. Imagine the terror that must have engulfed the sunny beaches of the Jersey Shore when news of the attacks spread. Adding to the horror was the chilling Matawan Creek attack, where a shark ventured inland, proving that these fearsome creatures were not confined to the open sea. This unexpected invasion painted a new terrifying image of sharks in the minds of the public. The repercussions were far-reaching, setting the stage for how sharks were depicted in media and popular culture for years to come. They were no longer just fascinating marine creatures, but became the embodiment of our deepest, darkest fears. Moving forward, let's explore how the frequency and severity of shark attacks escalated in the following decades. As we move into the mid-20th century, the deadly encounters with sharks didn't halt. They intensified. This era was marked by several notable shark attacks that sent waves of fear around the globe. Case in point, the USS Indianapolis incident in 1945 stands as a horrifying testament to the terror these predators can unleash. The ship was torpedoed, leaving hundreds of sailors stranded in the open ocean. Over the course of 4 harrowing days, shark attacks claimed the lives of many of these men, making it one of the worst shark attack incidents in recorded history. It was a tragedy that underscored the relentless nature of these sea creatures. But this was just one of many incidents during this time. The mid-century was indeed a period of mayhem when it came to shark encounters. As we move closer to the present, the tales become even more chilling. In recent decades, the frequency of fatal shark attacks has not significantly increased, but their impact is just as terrifying. One chilling example of this is the tragic case of Rob Howe and his children in Australia in 2003. A peaceful family day at the beach took a horrifying turn when a shark attacked, leading to a devastating outcome. The incident was a stark reminder that even in familiar waters, the threat from these unseen predators can be all too real. Just as shocking was the recent attack in New Zealand in 2021. A swimmer, simply enjoying the ocean's embrace, was suddenly pulled under in a terrifying encounter with one of the sea's most formidable creatures. The event sent waves of fear across the globe, reinforcing the reality that shark attacks, while rare, are still a present danger in our modern day. These stories, among others, underscore the chilling fact that when we enter the ocean, we're stepping into the frontier of the wild, where humans are no longer the apex predators. They underscore the reality that the sea, with all its beauty and allure, is also home to creatures we might fear. These incidents remind us of the power and unpredictability of nature, especially when we step into the territory of these magnificent yet deadly creatures. The fear of sharks, while statistically irrational, is deeply ingrained in our psyche. Today, we've revisited some of the most shocking shark encounters, beginning from the early 20th century to the present day. We've seen how these incidents, though isolated, have shaped our collective fear and perception of these magnificent creatures. From the unexpected attacks in the early years, through the mid-century mayhem, and on to the modern-day nightmares, each event has left an indelible mark on our understanding of these predators. We've witnessed how these encounters have led to a heightened sense of caution, and in some cases, even phobia, towards these animals. Yet it's crucial to remember that these are not everyday occurrences. These are extraordinary events that have been amplified by our fascination and fear. Remember, sharks aren't the monsters we make them out to be. They're simply wild animals. And like any animal, they can be unpredictable. So respect their space and always be vigilant when venturing into their world.